Hey everyone, okay, so today I've got a hack for you. So this is a mascara hack, and you can use this with mascara or to comb through the lashes after you've applied it. Sometimes mascara, particularly on lashes that are just problematic, and you know if you have problematic lashes, which means mascaras just generally don't look that great on you. They clump, your lashes are sparse or very thin or very short. This is a great way because it combs through the lashes, creates incredible kind of fanning out effect, and it's very, very inexpensive. So what you're going to need is one of these. This is a little tiny interdental tooth thing, you know, where you go in between the teeth, and they do a great job at that. But these also work really well to apply mascara and or to comb through. So all you're going to need is your favorite mascara, and it doesn't matter which one, or you can use a really dreadful one that you really dislike. And all you're going to do is take the mascara tip and you're just going to coat it with some product so that there's product actually on this tiny little interdental thing. And then just make sure that you kind of knock off any excess. And I'm just going to do this on my eye, and I'm not even going to curl the lashes. And you're just going to comb through the lashes. And because this is such a small kind of brush, you can get right to the actual base of the lash and all the way in to the inner corner. And it's just a really kind of, it gives such a great kind of fanned out effect to the lashes, because again, this brush is so tiny and you can just take it into the lash and give it a wiggle and move it in and out and just comb through each and every lash. But also, if you've just done your mascara and for whatever reason it's clumped, you just take one of these, take a clean one, and all you need to do is just comb through it, because the brush is smaller than a spoolie. You can just comb through the lashes, and it just gives, I think it's such a nice way of applying it, and it never becomes too clumpy or too thick or too messy, just because of the nature of that kind of tiny little spoolie. And then when you're done, I mean, these are relatively inexpensive anyway, because you can get them in packs of like 60, which is what I do. But you could then just rinse this out underneath a tap, make sure it's clean, and then you could just do it again and again. And it's such a fun way of doing mascara, particularly on lashes that just are problematic. And it's one of my favorite ways of doing mascara now, where I do a kind of primer one, where I apply the faintest amount of mascara using one of these brushes. And I mean the faintest amount. I let it completely dry and then I curl the lashes. And that way it just holds, particularly if you're using a waterproof mascara. One of my favorite products at the moment, and I just want to quickly share this with you, to take off eye makeup is Aurelia. And you know I already love their Miracle Cleanser. And this is the Conditioning Lash Cleanser. And you basically use it like you would a makeup remover or an eye makeup remover. This is so gentle, it takes everything off, but it also has, I was reading about this the other day on a blurb, it also promotes growth lash length as well, or lash growth, should I say. So not only does it take things off, but it coats the lashes and enables them to increase the speed at which they grow, I believe. Let me just read it to you. The Nourishing Cleanser promotes lash growth while gently removing traces of makeup for the delicate eye area. Now, I haven't been using it long enough to be able to talk to you about lash growth or anything like that, but this one feels so dreamy to remove everything. And you just pop it on a cotton pad and it is just absolutely heavenly. You get 100 mils in here. It smells absolutely divine, nothing irritating at all. Everything comes off in one single delicious, gentle sweep. Bloody lovely. They're such a nice company as well, so it's so great to be able to talk about products that are just divine. But I just wanted to share that hack with you. It's also really great. I have almost no lower lashes, so I'm not going to do it. But because of the length of this, you can get in and go into all the lower lashes as well. It's just a really nice kind of funky way of doing it. And one other thing before I leave you, you can also use this, especially with like brow waxes, to really go into the brow and smooth away all the hairs and allow them to lay completely flat to the skin. It's just a really, really cool way of doing your brows and your lashes. There you go. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Truly do. And I will see you all soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Hey everyone. Okay, so we're back. And this is just one of those kind of quickie little things at the end where I like to have a conversation and ask questions. So for me, the reason I like having conversations is because you get answers, and obviously careful what you wish for. But it's so interesting to hear people's stories about subjects that I find very interesting. And I mentioned in a previous one about feeling beautiful and do you feel beautiful? In this one, I'd like to ask you, who was the last person you said I love you to, or that you expressed love to? It doesn't have to be a romantic partner. It can be a family member, a child, whatever. But who was the last person that you said I love you to? And also, did you mean it? I know that may kind of sound strange, but a lot of times we say things that we don't often mean. And it's an interesting conversation because I think most people need to hear or like to hear the word I love you. It is a beautiful word, I think, and it conjures up such strong emotions in people. You know, when you first fall in love and you first say those words, it is an incredible feeling, or you first hear them. It is an incredible feeling. You feel euphoric, you feel amazing. And even if it isn't romantic love, when a parent tells you they love you, or there is something very magical about those words. And excuse me, I don't think we say them enough. When you realize how incredibly short life is, I think we don't say it enough. And I like to hear it, and I certainly like to say it, because it's one of those words that just is a wonderful thing to say to people. So I'd love to know, who was the last person you said I love you to? Or who was the person that told you? And did you feel it? Did you mean it? All of those kind of things. Because it is such a loaded question, but it is a beautiful word, and it does evoke such strong emotions in people. And I love hearing it. I think it's one of the most beautiful words in the world to hear. And to feel when somebody loves you. It's an incredible feeling. And like I said in the beginning here, that euphoric moment in the first stages of love, when you realize you're first in love, or when you first hear it, it's like there's no drug in the world that can give you that kind of euphoric feeling, I don't believe anyway, because it's something that is being given to you by somebody else, and something that you're feeling back at the same time. It's so lovely. Life is very short, and I think we spend far too much time talking absolute bollocks than really saying and doing the things that can make each other feel wonderful. I don't necessarily believe you should be running around telling everyone you love them, especially if you don't, but life is short, and if you love somebody, I think it's very, very nice to tell them so, because I certainly love hearing it. Anyway, let me know, who was the last person you said I love you to, or said it to you? Did you mean it? And who was it? Let me know in the comment section. Appreciate your time, truly do, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.